notes, step aerobics. We've set up a little lane blocked off at the front and a mat target for her to put her front feet on. First I'm going to use the finesse backup signal, but I'm going to raise my hands a little higher. Plus body language, intent, and breathing in. I'm going to draw the horse forward back onto the mat, click and treat for that as well. Raised hand gesture and body language, intent. To get the step back, click and treat. Draw forward again with a gesture signal, click and treat. Gesture and intent signals to back up, click and treat. And the draw forward signal, click and treat. Now we've got no lane and we've got a board as a mat and we're in a different venue. First I'm going to review our finesse backup, see that that's all working okay. And then I'm going to ask her to come forward onto the mat again. Click and treat for that. Then body language and an intent signal to back off. And she's offering to target it again, and I never want to make her feel wrong for offering, so click and treat for the coming back onto the mat. Now we'll have a bit of dwell time. Her smile is her telling me that we should proceed with the treats. More hand signal and less rope, which is what we want to aim for. Click and treat for coming back. And I'm going to repeat on the other side. More hand signal and not really using the rope. The click is always just before I reach for the treat. Coming forward onto the mat, click and treat. Hand signal, less rope again. Click and treat for backing off. Click and treat for coming forward. A different mat, a different venue, and we're going to take off the rope. Hand signal and body language intent. Click and treat. And recall body language. Click and treat. And we want to repeat that a couple of times to consolidate and get the gymnastic benefit from this exercise. Eventually we can ask for backup and recall before a click and treat. But here I'm still doing click and treat for each action. This is slowed to quarter speed to show the gymnastic effect of asking the horse to step back quietly and systematically. Now we're going to go back to the lane and see if it all works out at liberty. So my recall body language signal, she steps onto the mat, click and treat. I'm going to ask for 2 backups in a row, just to change things a little bit. Then a recall, click and treat. Communication seems pretty good at liberty, so we can go on to the next slices, so that eventually we can do it with the pedestal at liberty. We can start with a rope and the pedestal if we want. And we can start with a mat on the pedestal. I keep my backup signal turned on until she does actually step back down. Click and treat. For some reason, this is a favored activity. Backup signal, and the mat can be phased out. You can see it's getting in the way there. Asking for a backup and a recall before the click and treat. and asking again for a backup and a recall. I'd reached for my treat a little too early before the click and treat. Now we have a different step and a different venue. This is where we actually started doing this whole activity, when she put her head in to see what I was doing in the tack room. We often do this when we're short on time to warm up before cleaning her feet. So far, I've always been the one to end this exercise. She seems to really like it.